Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Pitaloka Dewi, and here I'm a second speaker of affirmative team. And the motion is elementary school should not have online learning. Okay, Dr. Rahmita Dewi explained it that elementary school children are still in the development stage. This development stage include three aspects, which is cognitive, motoric, and psychosocial. Okay, the first is cognitive. It is a concrete operational period where they are able to think rationally using their logic. Second is motoric aspect. It is the form of starting to get stimulation to the something that demands intelligence. And the last is psychosocial. This psychosocial aspect related to psychology, social, and also moral. And students aged 6 until 12 years are called with the end of childhood. Because at this age, students will experience a transition from elementary school to junior high school, which can cause change in behavior, and this is called with disequilibrium. And educators view this period as a critical period. Why? Because in this period, students will be formed attitudes, traits, behavior, and habits that can affect their life both now and in the future. Meanwhile, according to parents, this period called with difficult time. Why? Because students interact more with their friends than their family or their parents. This is make the difficult for parents or family to manage them because of deviation where they obey the word of their friends more than their parents. But apart from that all, teachers and parents must monitor their children's development because children aged 6 until 12 still need guidance, and this is in line with what Dr. Rahmita said, that parents and teachers must be sensitive and know what development that occur in elementary school children, because in their age it is still in dire need to guidance, and they are also susceptible to disease. And talk with disease because of online learning should require every student to have cell phone for study. And also we know too that the use of cell phone very often has negative impact, especially for our health. And this health is not only about our physique but also in mental development and social. Child psychologist of Awal Bros Hospital Batam, Mariana MPSI, said that if children stay too long at the screen, both a cell phone, tablet, or television, it can trigger them to lack empathy and sympathy for their social environment. In addition, the use of cell phone also have an impact on mental health and behavioral changes. Children becomes aggressive and easily irritated if parents do not provide access to use cell phone or tablets. And also, use of cell phone increases the risk of ADHD and autism in children. And according to the American Academy of Pediatricians and the Canadian Pediatric Association, they state that children aged 6 until 18 should only use cell phone for 2 hours. If more than 2 hours, it can inhibit brain, mental, and also physical growth and development. In addition, using cell phones for too long or very often can trigger malignant tumors, especially in brain and ears, because the bones and organ prospective tissues are still very thin. So the exposure of radiation can be absorbed around 60%. And meanwhile, according to the World Health Organization or WHO, The impact of using cell phones very often on children can also affect on the nerve system. This condition has the potential to cause cancer risk, and not only adult but also online learning increased cases of violence in children. For example, some data show that children violence in several regions in Indonesia has increased sharply during this pandemic. For example, data from the Office of Women's Empowerment for Children Protection for Population Control and Family Planning in West Nusa Tenggara show that violence against children in Nusa Tenggara region increased until 12% during this pandemic. In addition, collecting data from the online information system for the protection of women and children from 1 January to 23 September 2020 shows that there were 5,697 cases of violence against children in Indonesia with 6,315 victims. And the information circulating states that the majority of children violence because their parents feel frustration in assisting or controlling them while online learning at home. While the Indonesian Children Protection Commission or KPAI highlighted acts of violence against by parents to children 8 years in Tangerang when experiencing difficulties when online learning at home. And according to the KPAI statement, children receive several violence again while during online at home, such as hitting either with hand or broom, pitching, pushing, or any other action that can kill the children. Okay, that's enough from me. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.